Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis and CD, the Bengals. Well, they're officially no fluke. Champions of the AFC for a second consecutive year.
And how about the Cincinnati Bengals franchise? Before last year, they had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. They are now 0-3 in Super Bowls with the loss last year to the Rams, 2 previously to Joe Montana, the 49ers in the 1980s, looking to get their first championship in this one.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 8th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era, no doubt. They look to claim their 6th title, which would tie them with the Pats and Steelers for most ever.
And they've been really close in recent years. They were in this game just 3 seasons ago, Super Bowl 54 in Miami. Had the lead in the 4th quarter against Kansas City, but watched it slip away. And how about last year? Lost a 4th quarter lead to the Rams in the NFC title game.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And everyone was quick to say after a heartbreaking loss in last year's Super Bowl, don't worry, Joe Burrow will get back here again. But we all knew that was no guarantee, yet he's lived up to it. 1 year later, here he is leading the Bengals back for a shot at redemption in his 2nd Super Bowl appearance.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Let's do this, man.
They go play action with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. To the air again, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand. Now on first down, it's Purdy.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, what a move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They run with McCaffrey off the option. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as this Super Bowl progresses?
And out now, here come the Bengals. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Let's do this, man. Let's go, man. Whatever it takes.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
On first down, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Purdy.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Purdy from the gun.
Got his target, Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 37 yards.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Mixing up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. From the gun on third down is Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-all is the score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. First down, here's Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the option play now to the left. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Second and 8. Now Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Purdy now to throw. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Inside handoff to Mixon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow got a man open. It's Chase. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Let's have some fun. Get something going. That's right. Once again, we get it done as a group. Show what you got. Time. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it done.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This pass complete to Higgins.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Burrow. Able to get away. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's be smart. Let's go. All right, guys. Let us dictate. Get it, baby.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. To the 22-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals heading back out there. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. They can't beat us straight up. Guys, ready to get it on right now.
Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. McLeod to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 31, Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl.
As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Mike Hilton, he came up nicely there and dropped him behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and 1 from the 2.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation, because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it, as they did there.
Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 79 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Niners have got it back to within a score.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go do this thing, baby.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 20. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Burrow will throw. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Burrow. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Purdy looking to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Niners set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll start out here with the option left. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. A handoff to Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got it. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Purdy to throw it on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Purdy will look to throw again here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Purdy.
And his throw here's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And able to haul it in is Kittle. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Play action, now Purdy.
They shakes him off. Steps away.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To the air again, Burrow. Incomplete.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
And it's 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll start with the option.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On second down, McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 13 yards out.
And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 87 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So now the Niners down by 15. And time, a huge factor. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
Let's go, baby. It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn.
Purdy to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Once again, they run with Mixon. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, That's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.